had so far is the recent postponement of the games. Like you rightly said, it was supposed to take place on the 7th of September, but it was now postponed till the 20th, between 20th and 30th of September. And the reason why we're having this accommodation issue is because schools have resumed. So some schools are not willing to let out or give out their hostel facilities. And I also remember that in the press conference held before the start of the competition, before even the opening ceremony, the chairman of the Delta State Sports Commission, Chief Tinubu Kukuba, was asked about the welfare of the athletes in terms of feeding. I asked the question in terms of feeding and hostel accommodations. He said that there's just a little issue, and the little issue is because schools are now in session, and some of the schools have declined, Delta State making use of their hostel facilities for the National Youth Games. So that beddings, bed sheets, pillowcases, brand new ones have been bought for some persons to may not get hostel allocation so that they can make use of a hall. He mentioned that. So it's not something that is strange. It's not something that came to many as a shock. But we must also point out that there are also other quality hostel facilities for these athletes. You know that this is a national competition. And like you rightly said, Delta had known before now that they were going to host. And I can tell you from what I've seen, at least I've visited other hostel facilities, they've been top quality hostel facilities. If the schools were not in session now, and even if they're in session, if they are agreed to release their hostel for these athletes to make use of them, will not be seeing all of this report. But I must also say that hosting this competition has not been an easy one, and there's no state or there's even no country that hosts a competition and you see everything going 100%. There will always be one small issue here and there. So the organizers are working on it. The project manager for hostel accommodations, Ademola Arre, addressed the press earlier today and said everything is going well and that things will get better as the games continue. So there's no cause for alarm, in my opinion. Delta State are doing their best to make sure that all athletes are well taken care of in terms of accommodation. I've also heard interviews where most of the athletes have said that they are comfortable with the hostel accommodation. So just these few issues that have been sorted out at this point in time. Screening has been a major issue, to be honest. There have been a lot of concerns about some states fielding overage athletes. This is supposed to be the competition for athletes under the age of 15. But what we have seen from some states, they have brought in athletes who are way older than the age of 15. That's why when they said they were going to make use of the NIN as part of the screening process, it was laudable. It was something that we're all excited about. But in some of the events that we saw some of these anomalies, the NIN was not in use. According to what I heard, they said they were using facial, how the athlete looks and all of to detect the possible age of the athletes. And all of these things are going to come up. For instance, in the football events for Team Delta yesterday, they played against the Kaduna State football team, and they lost by 5-0. And the coach of the Delta State team was complaining about the fact that they played against a Kaduna State team who fielded virtually overaged footballers who claimed that they were 15, but on the look of things, they were way taller, way bigger, and even looked more mature than even the players that Team Delta fielded. So all of these things would happen. And it's just for the coaches as well to ensure that they know true essence of the National Youth Games. It's not a win at all cost event. It's predominantly for athletes under the age of 15, but we've seen some states fielding athletes who are way older than the age of 15 in various events. From my findings, one of the coach said that the athletes actually had a disability before now, and that before now he had also competed in competitions that had to do with disabled athletes, but that all of a sudden that those who were screening felt that this boy in question is not disabled. And at the end of the day, they said that he was disqualified. He was not allowed to compete in the table tennis event. So it's just one of the few issues that we've had in this competition. But I'm sure that the coaches need to do a lot of work. Any athlete who is not eligible to participate in any event should not be allowed to participate. Yes, everyone wants to win, but we should not forget the importance attached to the National Youth Games. It's about catching them young. It's about discovering talents, not for now, but for the future. So if all the coaches are fielding overage athletes, it doesn't take us anywhere. It already spoils the tradition and what we hope to achieve at the end of the competition like this. So we hope that between now and the end of the competition, we'll not have issues like this. I know that there are some states who will surely come with overage athletes, but they should not be allowed to participate if the screening persons feel that they are over the age for participation.